Hi everybody, much peace to you and welcome. Today I want to speak about the spiritual soul's mission and how to stay connected to your spiritual mission. And I also want to speak about some tools that you can use in order to actually step into that soul purpose. Now, before starting, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. And if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Consciously Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level, feel free to send me a message. Now, the question is, can we really avoid our soul's mission? Can we really avoid our soul's purpose? And the answer is no. No matter what you do, no matter what the circumstances in your life are, no matter what your experiences are, you cannot avoid your soul's mission. This means that everything is actually happening exactly as it is meant to happen. So everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. All that you are experiencing is actually happening from a higher vibrational spiritual purpose. And I got to see in my own experiences that even if things were not perfect, they were actually perfect in their imperfection. Okay, they were perfect in their imperfection. And in essence, I got to learn from my experiences. Okay, I got to see that things were actually happening for me, even if they seemed that they were happening against me. So you can always alchemize your experiences. You can always find tools to step into vibrational alignment. So you can actually increase your frequency to step into higher vibrational actions. So you can increase your frequency to step into your soul's mission. So what I've seen in my own journey was the fact that, again, even if things were not perfect, they were actually perfect in their imperfection. Okay, so the universe is intelligent. Okay, the universe is intelligent and the universe is actually operating in mathematical ways. The universe actually responds to your energy. It doesn't care about what you want. It doesn't care about what you desire. It cares about who and what you are. So my suggestion is, if you really want to step into your soul's mission, ask yourself, what is my energy today? Okay, what are my habits today? What are my feelings and what are my thoughts today? Because everything is actually energy. Okay, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. And you attract in your energetic field what you are experiencing on the inside. Okay, you are attracting in your life what you are experiencing on the inside. So my suggestion is, if you really want to step into your soul's mission and if you really want to attract higher vibrational things, you gotta change your inner world. And maybe it's not always about changing and doing the shift. It's more likely learning to accept it, because when you accept it, it also changes. So it's about really getting to find your own ways of expressing yourself. This is how to step into your soul's mission. Because what I'm realizing is the fact that sometimes it's about action, but sometimes it's also about a state of beingness. Okay, so when I'm speaking about the soul's mission, I'm not always speaking about action. I'm also speaking about a state of beingness, a state of consciousness that is represented by harmony, that is represented by peace, that is represented by alchemy, okay, but that is represented by a high vibrational state of consciousness. So it's about really getting to master yourself in the process, okay, because everything that is happening in your life is actually happening in relationship with yourself. Okay, all that is happening regarding your state of consciousness. So what is your state of consciousness today? Because, you know, we live in times of awakening. We live in times where people are actually awakening to a higher vibrational truth, and that is a high frequency of love. And what I'm seeing in myself is the more that I actually not take things so seriously, and the more that I find little ways to step into vibrational alignment, and the more that I get to actually be myself in the process, is the closer that I am to my soul's spiritual mission. Okay? So in essence, it's about mastering yourself, mastering your feelings, mastering your thoughts, and really don't get to actually take things so seriously, because life is not that serious. The universe is not that serious. It's only us that actually make things to be what they are. Okay, it's us with our perception. So how do you perceive things? How do you perceive your life? How do you perceive your experiences? How do you perceive the circumstances in your life? Okay, And when you get to actually find that way of where you are just being yourself and where you are just loving yourself unconditionally, you realize that you are actually closer to a high vibrational state of consciousness. You are closer to your soul's mission. Okay, so yes, the soul's mission may be about what we do. Okay, it may be what we do, but it's also about the state of consciousness. It's also about our energy field. Okay, and what I'm realizing is the fact that the higher the frequency, the higher the energy, the smoother is what I attract into my life. Okay, the higher the frequency, the easier life becomes. Now, don't get me wrong, it's also okay to experience negative feelings. Okay, it's also okay to experience negative things into your life, because what I'm realizing is the fact that there is positive synchronicity and there is negative synchronicity. It all reflects your own state of consciousness. And my suggestion is, when you are experiencing a low vibe, when you are experiencing a low state of consciousness, you gotta look at yourself honestly and you gotta actually question yourself in those moments. Okay, you gotta begin to look at yourself honestly and get to question what your belief system is about. Okay, because your belief systems actually tell you a lot of things about yourself, you know, about you, about who you are. So get to actually question these things, because when you look at things honestly, you get to actually have the opportunity to shift some things. You know, when you look within yourself, you realize what your thought patterns are about, you realize what your emotional field is about, you realize what your belief systems are about, you know. So it's all about really going deeper into the self, you know, going deeper into the self and really finding that flow that reflects creativity, finding that flow that reflects higher consciousness, finding that flow that actually represents self-expression. I realize that self-expression is so important, and if we fail to express our feelings, then our feelings are actually stuck in our emotional field, and when we feel stuck, we are in resistance. And when we are in resistance, we are not connected to the universal flow, you know. So yeah, go deeper into the self, guys. This is my suggestion for today. Go deeper into yourself and also follow your dreams, you know, because I believe that we all have a soul signature. Okay, we all have dreams to accomplish. We all have unique talents and gifts. And the more that we get to see what our potential is the more that we have the opportunity to actually express our potential into the world, you know. So yes, realize that again, everything is actually working in your favor the moment that your consciousness is actually also working in your favor, you know. So it's about really getting to find little ways in which you actually step into vibrational alignment. What is vibrational alignment? It's about staying connected with the self. It's about staying connected with your true authentic expression. Okay? And you know, you don't have to be attached to the destination. This is what I'm realizing. I don't have to be attached to the destination, and I don't have to expect perfection, you know. All that I gotta do is actually learn to find little ways in which my energy actually expands and in which my consciousness actually grows to the next level. Because what I'm realizing is the fact that it's not about what I accomplish, it's more likely about the person that I become in the process. So it's in essence is more likely about a state of beingness, you know, because you attract what you are. Again, you attract what you are. What is your state of beingness for today? And really, you cannot avoid your soul's purpose. No matter what you do, no matter where you are finding yourself in life, no matter what the circumstances are into your life, it's happening exactly as it is meant to happen. And you know, it's not perfect. And in essence, you are actually creating everything in your life, you know, consciously or unconsciously. Realize that you are actually the creator of the experience that you are experiencing right now. And if things don't work in your favor, it means that your perception is actually not in connection with what you desire. Okay, so ask yourself, what do I desire? and how can I actually step closer to the things that I desire. And it's more likely about getting into that state of gratefulness and getting to actually accept the circumstances into your life. Okay, so you attract what you are, okay, and your desire actually has a frequency attached to it. It has an energy attached to it. And if you see that you are actually not accomplishing your desires, it means that your energy is not connected to the frequency of the desired thing. Okay, so my suggestion is raise your energy, have high vibrational habits, eat healthier, meditate more, do some movement, some sports, and realize that again, everything that is happening in your life is actually happening because you have manifested it consciously or unconsciously. Okay, so again, you are actually co-creating with the universe. You are creating the experience that you have. Okay, you are creating everything that is happening into your life, because the universe, again, the universe actually responds to our energy. And the principle of mentalism says that we actually create our reality with the thoughts that we have. So what are your thoughts today? Are your thoughts in alignment with what you desire, or are they out of alignment with what you desire? So yes, stay connected to your heart space and realize that even if things seem not to be perfect, they're actually perfect in their imperfection. Remember that the sole purpose is not always about doing, but it's more likely about a state of beingness. When you increase your state of beingness, you also open the space for more things to actually come into your life. Okay, so this is today's message, guys, for connecting with your soul's mission. Realize that of course it's not perfect, and we are not perfect as human beings. But what I'm realizing is the fact that in those moments of imperfection, we get to find perfection, okay? Because things are perfect in their imperfections. Guys, thanks so much for watching. This was today's channeling about the soul's mission. It's not always about doing. It's more likely about finding happiness with the circumstances in your life, with the experiences that you have, and with the state of consciousness that you are actually into right here, right now. I love you so much, much peace, and like always, see you on what is coming up next. Bye bye, namaste to you, and see ya.